Have you ever wondered why, despite doing everything right, you still feel tired, sluggish, or just not quite like yourself? You try to eat well, stay active, and take care of yourself, but somehow, your energy is fading, your joints ache more than they used to, and you just don't feel as sharp as before. Well, you might be making a mistake that millions of seniors unknowingly make every single day. And it all comes down to one thing: the food on your plate. Today, we're talking about something that might shock you. There's one food, a food that you might be eating right now, that could be silently destroying your health. It's increasing your risk of heart disease, worsening inflammation, and making you feel older than you really are. But the worst part? You've been told for years that this food is healthy. Let's start with a simple question. Do you ever feel stiff when you wake up in the morning? Do your joints feel swollen or sore, even if you didn't do anything strenuous the day before? That's a big red flag, and it could be linked to the food we're about to talk about. You see, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to certain ingredients, especially those that cause inflammation. Inflammation isn't just about swollen joints, it's the root cause of nearly every chronic disease, from heart disease to diabetes, memory problems, and even some types of cancer. And guess what? This one food is fueling that inflammation every single day. So, what is it? What's the number one food that's secretly harming your health? It's vegetable oils, yes, the very same oils found in margarine, salad dressings, fried foods, and even so-called healthy snacks. For years, we've been told that vegetable oils like canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil are better for us than butter or lard. But the truth? These oils are loaded with unhealthy fats that age your body from the inside out. Every time you cook with vegetable oil, eat processed foods, or even drizzle a little dressing on your salad, you're consuming high amounts of omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 isn't entirely bad, we need a little bit of it. But when you get too much, it throws your body completely out of balance, leading to chronic inflammation. Think of it like this: your body is like a campfire. A little bit of heat keeps you warm and comfortable. But if you dump too much fuel on the fire, it rages out of control, damaging everything in its path. That's exactly what happens when you overload your body with vegetable oils. They ignite inflammation that spreads to your arteries, brain, and joints. And the consequences? They're serious. Studies have linked excess omega-6 fatty acids to heart disease. These oils damage blood vessels and increase the risk of high blood pressure and strokes. Joint pain and arthritis. Inflammation makes your joints stiffer and more painful. Memory loss and cognitive decline. Some researchers believe too much omega-6 may be linked to Alzheimer's and other brain conditions. Weight gain. These oils make it harder for your body to burn fat, leading to stubborn weight gain around the belly. But here's the good news: you can turn things around, starting today. The first step? Get rid of vegetable oils and switch to healthier fats. Instead of canola, soybean, or corn oil, go for extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even grass-fed butter. These fats reduce inflammation, support brain health, and actually help your body heal from the damage caused by processed oils. And here's a quick tip: if you eat out often, be careful. Most restaurants cook with cheap vegetable oils because they're inexpensive. So, next time you go out, ask if they have olive oil or butter instead. Your body will thank you. Now, cutting out vegetable oils is just the first step. There's another hidden food trap that's wrecking your energy, your metabolism, and your heart health, even if you think you're eating a balanced diet. Let's talk about that next. Now that we've uncovered the shocking truth about vegetable oils, you might be wondering, if something as common as cooking oil can silently damage your health, what else is hiding in plain sight? Well, there's another everyday food that's just as dangerous, maybe even worse. You've probably been eating it for decades. In fact, it's been marketed as heart-healthy, low-fat, and the perfect choice for seniors trying to stay in shape. But in reality, this so-called health food is secretly draining your energy, increasing your risk of diabetes, and accelerating the aging process. I'm talking about refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Now, before you think, wait, I don't eat that much sugar, hear me out. Even if you don't have a sweet tooth, sugar is hiding in almost everything, from breakfast cereals to bread, yogurt, granola bars, and even those healthy whole grain crackers. And refined carbohydrates? They're just sugar in disguise. Every time you eat white bread, pasta, rice, or processed grains, your body breaks them down into simple sugars faster than you think. And what does all that sugar do? It spikes your blood sugar levels, increases inflammation, and forces your body to produce excess insulin. Over time, this roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes leads to weight gain, brain fog, fatigue, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Ever notice that mid-afternoon slump where you suddenly feel tired, irritable, or just out of it? That's your body crashing after a blood sugar spike, a clear sign that refined carbs are taking a toll on your energy. But here's where it gets worse. Too much sugar doesn't just make you tired, it ages you faster. Scientists have discovered that sugar causes something called glycation, which is a fancy way of saying that excess sugar binds to proteins in your body, making your skin wrinkle faster, weakening your joints, and even damaging your brain. And let's talk about your heart. You've probably heard for years that fat is the enemy, right? That eating too much fat will clog your arteries and lead to heart disease. But guess what? Sugar is the real culprit. Studies show that people who eat high amounts of refined sugar and carbs are at significantly higher risk for heart disease, even if they don't gain weight. Why? Because sugar causes chronic inflammation in your arteries, leading to plaque buildup, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart attacks. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I need my bread, my pasta, my rice. The good news is, you don't have to give up everything. Instead, you just need to make smarter swaps that fuel your body instead of draining it. Instead of white bread, go for sprouted grain or sourdough bread. Instead of white rice, try quinoa, cauliflower rice, or even lentils. Instead of sugary cereals, opt for oatmeal with cinnamon and nuts. Instead of soda or sweetened drinks, drink water with lemon, herbal tea, or even black coffee. And here's a bonus tip, the more fiber you eat, the slower your body absorbs sugar. That means foods like vegetables, nuts, seeds, and berries help balance your blood sugar and prevent those nasty crashes. Now, cutting out vegetable oils and refined carbs will make a massive difference in how you feel. But there's one more hidden danger, a food that millions of seniors consume daily, believing it's helping them when in reality, it's quietly wrecking their metabolism and gut health. And if you're eating this, it could be the reason you're struggling with bloating, digestive issues, and even joint pain. Let's get into that next. Now that we've tackled the dangers of vegetable oils and refined carbs, you might be wondering, is there anything left that's secretly harming my health? The answer is yes, and this one is especially sneaky because it's often recommended to seniors as a healthy choice. I'm talking about artificial sweeteners and processed diet foods. If you've been trying to cut back on sugar, you might have switched to sugar-free products, maybe diet soda, light yogurt, or sugar-free candies. After all, they promise zero sugar, fewer calories, and even weight loss benefits. But here's the shocking truth, these artificial sweeteners are doing more harm than good. First, let's talk about your gut health. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that control everything, from digestion to immunity to even brain function. But artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin destroy the good bacteria in your gut. And when your gut bacteria are out of balance, you might experience bloating, constipation, stomach pain, and even increased sugar cravings. Yes, you heard that right, artificial sweeteners can make you crave even more sugar. That's because they trick your brain into expecting sugar, but since they contain no real energy, your body starts looking for the real thing, leading to even stronger cravings and making it harder to resist sweets. And here's something even more alarming, artificial sweeteners can mess with your metabolism. Studies show that people who consume diet sodas and sugar-free foods often gain more weight over time than those who don't. How? Because these chemicals disrupt your body's natural ability to regulate hunger and fullness, leading you to eat more without realizing it. And if that wasn't bad enough, artificial sweeteners have also been linked to an increased risk of diabetes and cognitive decline. That's right, many seniors switch to diet products thinking they'll lower their diabetes risk, but in reality, these fake sugars cause insulin resistance, making blood sugar control even harder. And when it comes to brain health, research suggests that people who consume diet sodas daily have a much higher risk of stroke and dementia. So if you've been drinking diet sodas, using artificial sweeteners in your coffee, or eating sugar-free snacks, it might be time to make the switch. But what should you use instead? If you need a little sweetness, try natural options like raw honey, pure maple syrup, or stevia in small amounts. And if you're craving something bubbly, swap diet soda for sparkling water with lemon or herbal tea. By avoiding vegetable oils, refined carbs, and artificial sweeteners, you're already making huge strides in protecting your health. But before we wrap up, there's one final hidden danger that's making millions of seniors feel sluggish, achy, and inflamed, and you won't believe how easy it is to fix. Let's talk about it now. We've covered some of the biggest food mistakes that are silently damaging your health: vegetable oils, refined carbs, and artificial sweeteners. But before we wrap up, there's one more hidden danger that's making millions of seniors feel sluggish, achy, and inflamed. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're eating it every single day. I'm talking about processed meats. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute. I've been eating deli meats, bacon, and sausages my whole life, and I feel fine. But here's the thing, the effects of processed meats build up over time. These foods are packed with nitrates, preservatives, and harmful additives that cause chronic inflammation in your body. And inflammation is the root cause of so many common health issues: joint pain, heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. But that's not all. Processed meats are also loaded with sodium and unhealthy fats, which can increase your blood pressure and put extra strain on your heart. If you've ever woken up feeling bloated or swollen after a salty meal the night before, that's your body holding on to excess water because of too much sodium. And over time, this can lead to high blood pressure, kidney problems, and heart failure. And here's something even scarier: studies have found a strong link between processed meats and dementia. Researchers discovered that people who eat processed meats regularly have a much higher risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. So if you've been eating deli sandwiches, bacon, or store-bought sausages every day, it might be time to rethink your choices. But don't worry, I'm not saying you have to give up meat completely. Instead, try switching to fresh, unprocessed options. Choose grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, or wild-caught fish whenever possible. And if you love sandwiches, swap processed deli meats for fresh grilled chicken or turkey. So, let's take a moment to recap everything we've learned today. We started by uncovering the dangers of vegetable oils, those sneaky ingredients that are hiding in almost every processed food and causing inflammation in your body. Then, we talked about refined carbs, how white bread, pasta, and pastries spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling tired and sluggish. After that, we exposed artificial sweeteners, the so-called healthy alternatives that are actually tricking your brain, wrecking your gut, and increasing your risk of diabetes and memory loss. And finally, we revealed the truth about processed meats, how they're silently damaging your heart, brain, and joints. I know that making changes to your diet can feel overwhelming, but remember this: small changes lead to big results. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start by replacing just one harmful food with a healthier alternative. Maybe today, you swap vegetable oil for extra virgin olive oil. Tomorrow, you choose whole grains instead of refined carbs. And before you know it, you'll start feeling stronger, healthier, and more energized than ever before. So tell me, which of these food swaps are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and vibrant at any age. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your health is in your hands. Make every bite count.